So, shadowboxing. People do it in different ways. It depends what you want to get out, but you'll see some people, famous fighters and so on. They're training for 5 hours a day. For them, shadowboxing is just really what they want to do with it, because they've got all kinds of other resources. They've got sparring, they've got pad work, they've got bag work, got everything they want so that they can train the way they want to train. If you're shadowboxing, you're probably doing it in a more targeted way. It's something you want to really get the most out of, because you don't have all of the resources that they've got. You don't have all of the sparring partners and the coaches and so on. You're using this to its maximum benefit. So you want to get the most out of it. So you're going to do it in a way that's more committed, more involved. And for people starting out, it's not so easy getting the most out of shadowboxing. You get into certain rhythms and you perpetuate certain things, and you carry them along, particularly if you've got no other stimulus or other people to kind of give you that check and balance. So I'll just tell you what I do, how I think about it, and how I warm into it, and how I try and get the most out of it. And I start with movement, and this is beneficial because, if I'm warming into a type of strenuous exercise, this makes sense also. So I start with movement. I start with just the footwork, really. So I'm thinking about how I move in a combative sense, my opponent, how I move, how I circle, how I close distance, how I move away. So the focus is on footwork, focus is on balance, and the focus is on being able to take myself where I want to go as easily as possible, and to be able to make those transitions as quickly as possible. So I'm exploiting and I'm focusing on the integrity of that footwork. When I then bring in stuff like head movement into this, I don't want to switch from focusing on footwork to then focusing on head movement. I want to retain the integrity of what I've worked on with footwork, i.e. I need to feel a sense of balance and a sense of being able to switch and to make those transitions of movement when I need to, and I'm also going to pull in head movement into that equation, but not at the expense of the integrity that I've earned from the footwork. So now I've got the footwork and the head movement, and I've got integrity in both. I want to bring in striking, and the best way to do that is to start with the jab, because it's the shot you can throw that's going to take you the least out of your state of balance, your defensive or offensive position. So I've got my footwork, I've got my head movement, I've got integrity in both, and then I can start throwing in the jab. But again, what I don't want is to lose my focus on what I've done with footwork, what I've done with head movement. I don't want to then start just jabbing away, losing my balance, losing any sense of head movement. I want to retain all of the things I've earned, the integrity of those other things, because ultimately, defensive footwork is the most important aspect of defense. Footwork is the most important aspect of offense. Head movement gives me that extra level of evasion. I'd rather be able to not be hit than to be able to hit someone and get hit back. So not being hit is the most important thing. So I don't sacrifice that integrity to be able to throw shots. I retain the integrity of that, and I work the jab from there. And when I start to feel comfortable working the jab within this dynamic and the integrity of the dynamic, then whoosh, I let other shots come. But I hold the integrity of those. I don't sacrifice that sense of balance, that sense of being able to move in order to start planting my feet and throwing big shots. I've still got to have a sense of integrity, a sense of capability on those priorities that I've laid down. So this is how I layer in. This is how I layer in shadow boxing. I start with footwork. That's the most important thing. Sense of balance, sense of movement, go wherever I want to go. I bring in some head movement. You know, I'm also thinking about guard, how I position that. Bringing some head movement, working off those lines, getting off center. When that feels strong and I've got that integrity, I'm also warming my body up whilst I do this, warming my body up for the kind of movements I'm going to be doing that are going to involve the hips, the spine, the back. Then I start throwing shots off that. And I can do this as slow as I like. I start throwing shots off that, but I keep that sense. I'm not going to plant my feet, start throwing shots, boom, 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 boom. That's not reality, and that's no good to me. If I can't punch and move, then I'm not really learning anything. I'm focusing on something, it's distracting me from something else. It needs to be the package. I need to be able to be, whoosh, I can evade, boom, I can throw that shot, I can move, I'm moving, pop, boom, ah, boom. I need to be able to do these things together in synchronicity. I need to have the relationship of moving in these ways. So that's how I do it. That's how I warm into it. When I feel like I'm lucid, I'm fluid, and I start to build in, you know, power, more variety to push the extent to which I'll stretch myself, but only when I feel balanced. And I'll do this personally. I'll do an hour of shadow boxing in which I start quite slowly. It takes me 15 minutes to get into that optimal stage, and then I'll push it, and I'll push it at different speeds. Sometimes I'll focus on more power, on more evasion, more recruitment of biomechanical power, and I'll mix in that variety, try and bring it all together towards the end, and then I'll warm it down for like the last 5 or so minutes. Last couple of rounds I'll warm it down, so that's how I do it.